Yo, welcome to Two Shades of Truth. I'm your host, Sean the Don. I got a couple crazy special guests. We got an epic show today. Fellas, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, all right, I'll go first. I'm Jay Leno, Jlyno. I'm on platforms, YouTube, also on Facebook, and I like to do debates. That's about it.
All right, welcome aboard, man.
Ice Cold Vengeance here. I'm a rabid raccoon. I'm going to say the most wild things you heard. I got ridiculous opinions and I'm willing to stand by them. So that's where we're going to go.
Cool. Well, we're going to jump straight into it, y'all. First one, we got a movie themed show today. So the first one we got on the board is Titanic. Was Titanic overrated or was it an absolute masterpiece? And I want to hear from Ice Cold first on this topic. Where you at?
I'm not a big fan of movies where I know what the ending is. I thought it was kind of silly. I thought it was kind of overcooked. I gotta say, I'm going to the overrated side of this one.
Tell us a little bit more. So overrated just in the story itself, in the way that it was shot, in the action itself, just the whole
way that it was
concept.
shot was beautiful. It was a gorgeous movie. Look, I'm a huge James Cameron fan. Huge James Cameron fan. I mean, man did Titanic, did Terminator, Avatar. Guy is an absolute genius. But why do I want to watch a movie where I know what the ending is?
I mean,
That's fair. That's fair.
that's fair. I mean, but a lot of good movies are, depicted on, books and stories. So I mean, you kind of were gonna know how it was gonna end before you saw it, to be fair.
And that's
So,
fair. And so there are some where, a lot of people know what the ending is. I purposely don't like watching trailers and things like that. I watch some trailers and I go, that was a great 45-second movie because you just gave me the whole movie in 45 seconds.
fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Jay Leno, where are you at with this topic of Titanic? Was it overrated or absolute masterpiece?
I'm gonna have to agree with Ice Cold Vengeance. I think it's completely overrated. It's fan service. It's a bunch of filler. This is a mass murder. And watching this film for at that time when it came out, it was 2 freaking VH tapes like of a watch. And like there was not a moment where I felt scared. It just I mean you can see these rich people having a great time, completely oblivious to how scary of this disaster that's going to happen at sea. And I mean, I will admit, like, I mean, there's an appreciation for shots, but like, I'd say that the orchestra and the symphony gets more credit than the actual screenplay. And I'd also like to add that this is like a conspiracy I like to throw in there. There's a lot of important people that were on that Titanic boat that ended up dying that helped empower our United States. So like to me, I just look like you know what? I'd rather see like more dramatic like death. Like I want to hear more screams. I wanted to feel more suspense to even give that an opportunity to be a masterpiece.
That's just kind of hard to say. So you say you wanted to hear more screams and more death,
Yeah,
and at that
I want to
time,
be traumatized, bro. I
I
was
know,
not
but at
traumatized.
that time, they just weren't showing stuff like that in that genre. It was more of a love, sacrifice, family, survival kind of theme movie. So it wasn't like a Jason Voorhees
Nah, dude.
and
Like A
everyone's gonna
Time to
die.
Kill showed a little girl getting raped. Like, no, TV had all kind of like traumatic moments, bro. Like, get out of here.
I don't want to hear about sacrifice. There was room on that door for Leo, and Rose just let his ass drown. I don't want to hear none of that. All right,
Come on, come on now.
hear none of that shit. None. Zero. She said, "Hey, there's room for 3 of us on here, but you just stay there and freeze death."
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah, I agree. I agree. That sacrifice overly dramatic for screen time. But okay, to give credit, when the film was released, like people definitely like were heartbroken and it was an emotional film. But in retrospect, like okay, you know what'd be more traumatic? What was that event about a year or two ago when that guy had that submarine event that went deep down into the ocean, and then the ship collapsed and killed everybody.
I think you got me on that one, man. I'm a cinephile, and I can't pull it.
Yeah, okay, like yeah, like it was a big deal. It was like this rich guy took went underwater, and a lot of people. Okay, well, anyways, that
You
would have
talking
been more
about
traumatic.
fucking Leagues Under the Sea?
Excuse me. It wasn't a movie. It was an actual event that happened in
Yeah, it
real
was a
life.
real event. I remember, but I mean, I don't remember what
Down
the.
to see the Titanic, and they all got trapped down there, and it took them weeks to recover everybody. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, that I would enjoy that film over a Titanic film.
That's a little dark,
Well,
brother.
yeah, that's a little far. So
It's about the, don't be surprised if it turns out to be a movie, The Titanic 2.
oh my God,
That's not bad.
that's stupid. All right, well, I will be the voice of reason in the room on Titanic being an epic movie. The film won 11 Academy Awards for a reason. This is where Leonardo DiCaprio, which we all love, if you don't like him, I don't know what you're doing here talking about movies, became a star. This was kind of his, coming out the closet moment. No Diddy, no R. Kelly, but this was kind of his coming out the closet moment in my opinion. As I said earlier, so the movie's about love, sacrifice. Yes, it's about sacrifice. He sacrificed himself. It's about family, survival.
If you got to explain that one, sir.
Which one?
Him sacrificing himself. His dumbass just didn't climb up on the floating door. He didn't sacrifice nothing.
She could have left. She could have left. She was rich.
How could she have left? She
was rich.
Boat.
She was rich. The dude that she came with, he was rich. She was with him. She left for love. She could have left, right? Am I right here? She had multiple opportunities to leave, and she decided to stay with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Give me Good Will Hunting over that Titanic award.
Thank you. That is a great movie. How you like them apples, sir? How you like them apples? You like apples? How you like them apples?
I mean, you guys got to realize at a point, like, this was the best film for CGI in its moment, in its time. Like, obviously now stuff is just way crazy, way different with the AI, but in its time, what movie was better using CGI and had this huge shit?
Terminator.
Which Terminator? Hold on. You guys look at the timeline.
Terminator 2. Terminator 1 is pointless. You don't need that. Both are James Cameron films, just so we're being clear.
Yeah, for sure.
Terminator 2, better CGI film than Titanic.
Yeah, but what's the timeline between the difference, though? Because if you're talking about 6-year difference, I mean, I hope the God it would be better.
No, but Terminator 2 came out 6 years earlier
than Titanic.
And yes.
You sure?
I'm almost positive. Why don't you go ahead and Google it while we're here? 1992, I believe, for Terminator 2. 1998, I believe, for Titanic.
You march with Dr. King, so I believe everything you say timeline-wise. You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
that old. Not that old.
All right, cool. All right, so yeah, I think we hit that topic pretty good, fellas. So I want to transition into the John Wick franchise. Is the John Wick franchise one of the greatest action film franchise we have ever seen? And I've said action franchises we've ever seen. I want to hear from Jay Leno first.
Now, okay, I do need a little bit of context, like as in, is it one of the best actions, or is it the best action franchise?
Is it the best action franchise? And when I think about franchise, I'm thinking about at least a trilogy. I know we had more than 3 movies, but as far as a trilogy is concerned, would you deem it as one of the best action franchises that's a bang bang, shoot 'em up kind of style movie?
Okay, so I think John Wick has the best hand-to-hand combat we've ever seen next to The Matrix. Now, franchise-wise, I mean, it can compete, but like, bro, like, don't forget about Rocky. You know? Don't forget about Rocky. You've got the Matrix franchise. Like, we can go all the way back to this. I mean, you got the 70s and 80s, man, if we're going to sit here and have those conversations, bro. I mean, Beverly Hills Cop, that was a franchise.
Better than John Wick as far as action? Just pure action. Not talking about the whole storyline and everything. Just pure action, though.
We've got Terminator as a franchise. And
better than John Wick?
Man, I mean, Terminator, but you know what? Terminator has multiple sequels. Look, I'm not trying to disrespect John Wick, but I'm just throwing out some nominees, man. I mean, there's going to be more movies that's gonna recollect with me, but I'm just talking about the big names. Indiana Jones. Are we gonna put John Wick over Indiana Jones?
So in the context of no, story wise, I mean, Indiana Jones is Indiana Jones, right? But I mean, just pure action, bang bang, kill, shoot 'em up, stab. I just want to make sure like we all align with just the action, not the whole story, not the backstory, just action for a trilogy, at least a trilogy film. And if that's your stance, that's cool. I just want to make sure we all
Well,
just the
I
action
most definitely. I'll say John Wick.
over the Matrix still.
And it's Matrix. Matrix all day.
Man, you know
I don't
what?
even think it's close. I don't think it's close. John Wick sucked, to be honest. The only thing I liked about those movies was that he went and murdered like 100 people because they killed his dog. Outside of that, Matrix all day.
So, okay, here we go then. If that's where we're going. So, in fact, Neo was the only one who had any shine in the Matrix. If I'm not if just to keep it above. John Wick had faced more enemies, killed more people, and was more brutal and more graphic in John Wick than the Matrix.
And that's a very fair point. Now, my counter to that will be Neo was able to break the laws of the game, right?
Mhm.
And so to me, he was fighting agents who were super overpowered. He's fighting people who have a very unfair advantage. John Wick is just out here killing normal people who are less trained than him. And so to me, the better action is Neo being able to figure out how to break
Wait a
reality
minute. Wait
and
a minute.
do it all. John Wick is out here killing normal people who have some guns and no training.
So what you're describing is 4 scenes of a 3-movie franchise. And with the topic at hand is the most bang 'em up. John Wick literally is whooping ass. In a span of 3 movies, that's like I could honestly say it's probably 5 hours of ass whooping. Like, it was cool that, like, to see him break reality and do those moves, but, like, okay, in the first film, let's call a spade a spade. He had one moment where he dodged a bullet that was, like, the overcoming of him understanding the actual,
He catches
Matrix
a
world.
helicopter, though. He catches a helicopter.
Now, Matrix 2 has the best fight scene of all time when it's Neo versus all those Agent Smiths.
Yeah, CGI though.
Love it though.
I know, but
okay. But look, it's fight scenes. We didn't say how it was going to be done.
that's true. Okay, fair. That's fair.
Now, I will agree with you on one point that you made. Rocky might be the best action film of all time. You've got the epic fight between Rocky and Apollo Creed. Then you've got them rematching in private just as friends. You've got the Dolph Lundgren scene where he kills Apollo Creed. And then you ultimately have Rocky Balboa, the last movie in the franchise. And for the life of me, I'm drawing a blank on who he was fighting. But Rocky Balboa, you got a 60-year-old man going against basically what I assume is supposed to be Floyd Mayweather and just slugging it out. There's 2 endings to that movie. There's the ending that we all got where Rocky loses, and then there's an alternate ending where Rocky gets the decision. So Rocky, if we're considering boxing action, right, we're not talking about shoot 'em ups specifically. I think Rocky is the better franchise than John Wick, personally.
I mean, John Wick it was real martial arts, right? These are long takes. Keanu Reeves did all of his own stunts. I mean, there's just no way I don't go with that over Rocky franchise or over the Matrix at that point. I mean, the dedication that he had to this film, as far as like he had multiple months of arms training, right? Like weapon handling, weapons training. You can see it all. There's no stunt double. Like, and as far as like just action, I mean,
with the Matrix, by the way, he did the same with the Matrix.
Did the same with the Matrix for sure, but it wasn't as in depth. I don't think it was even close to the same level as the John Wick training and the you know what I mean? The dedication to that film is just, I don't know. I've never seen anybody I wanted to win so badly. And that's why, I mean, I just got to go with John Wick, man.
So random point, just to throw it in there. Keanu Reeves is one of the nicest guys on the planet. Dude's like a multi-millionaire, and he rides the public bus.
I mean, he is New York, though.
Gotta love the guy. Gotta love the guy.
He lives in New York, though.
He doesn't have a choice. He said,
he
could have limo service.
He ain't got no choice.
He could have limo service. He could ride in taxis. Dude rides the public bus.
And sit in traffic for hours. He lives in New York, man.
See, when you're
talking
beat 'em up,
love New York.
we've got I'm trying to think of some honorable mentions because we just named only 2 movies, and I know we're missing out on some beat 'em ups for honorable mentions. Does 300 count? Yeah.
I think it does. I think it does. But now Sean's question was franchises. 300 isn't a
Right.
franchise. They only had 2 movies. No, I think
Okay.
it's a great action film. I think it's got one of the greatest scenes I have ever watched in my life. And it's when she kills the dude who raped her. I am not your queen from Lena Headey is absolute. It's just cold. This
Yeah.
will not be fast. This will not be easy. I am not your queen when she stabs him is gorgeous, but I don't think it meets the franchise level of the question.
I
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. So it's not a trilogy. So we definitely
Do
want to keep it.
does Lord of the Rings have enough action as a trilogy to be in this genre?
It doesn't have enough action. It could be, qualified as a better storyline, which the way they build it up, I think was pretty
Okay.
cool.
Because that 2 towers at the end, those some the nice fight scenes. Gimli, Legolas, Aragorn getting it in.
Yeah.
How about King Kong versus Godzilla? That's a franchise.
That is amazing. I have loved the reboot of that. Just going from, I mean, they started it completely over. So you got Godzilla, you got Kong Island, you got everything that follows that. They bring in Mothra. Like, yeah, if we're considering mysticism as part of the action and not just people with guns and fighting, I think that's up there. I think it's really up there.
I mean, there's a lot of CGI things that could be up there with it, but
Now, what
again,
about Avatar? What about Avatar?
I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah, we got 3
CGI
of them.
things that could be up there, right? CGI.
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
mean,
like
Avatar's up there.
that's like a different debate. I'm more so thinking like
So
in
you're
person, like
thinking,
people.
okay, that
Yeah,
makes
like
sense.
yeah. I'm thinking more so like we could do like a CGI one, a debate, a different time. I think that's a good comparison. Lord of the Rings and Avatar, and what was the other one you guys said?
Rocky, The
We
Matrix.
said Rocky, Matrix. I tried to throw in Terminator.
Yeah.
Terminator 2, greatest action movie of all time. I'll be blocked.
It was
I mean,
good.
it held it down. It held it down for a long time, but man, look, yeah. I mean, I would say John Wick has probably ever in film. I'd say that's probably the best display of hand to hand combat we've seen, and it's sad that it might have better display than Enter the Dragon.
You're fired.
Okay.
Kick him out of the call, please.
It might.
He
It
said
might.
it's sad. He said it's sad though, so I'm kind of like,
I'm like, bro, like, because we
That's a
said
good one.
we're not throwing in plot. We're just talking about just straight
just
hand to
action.
hand.
Yeah,
Fair
straight
enough.
action,
Fair enough.
and then
So what about Bruce Lee? Are we gonna just leave Bruce Lee out of the conversation? I mean,
yeah.
Whoa! You said that a little too quick, Sean. You
Yeah.
said that a little too quick.
he's disrespectful. I'm used to him.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. He's rude.
Bruce Lee, he was in Enter the Dragon, right? He was Leroy in Enter the Dragon.
That's the last dragon. You better slow down. Look at him having too much fun. You've got Return of the Dragon, Enter the Dragon, and you've got Fist of Fury. And I might admit, I think Return of the Dragon had more fight scenes. Return of the Dragon is when he fought Chuck Norris.
And if you guys aren't aware of this, Chuck Norris created his own version of karate. Yeah. Check it out. Like dude is a monster. And if we can pull shows into the conversation, Walker Texas Ranger, I mean, action like hell.
That's true.
Yeah.
I agree.
You're
Now,
stretching.
to pay homage to this topic,
you're rabbit holing it to TV shows.
It's completely BA that Keanu Reeves is facing himself in this topic. Like,
well, that's right about that. Matrix versus John Wick, like Keanu Reeves versus Keanu Reeves. Which version of Keanu Reeves kicks Keanu Reeves' butt?
Stone Cold Assassin or confused IT guy. You know what I mean? Like, choose your poison here.
Could this also be a breath of fresh air that John Wick emerged to save action films and beat 'em ups? Because I'd almost say, was it a solid 15 years without of a beat 'em up? I mean, Sylvester Stallone tried to reincarnate that moment with the Expendables, but it was more fan service and nostalgia. But without it, I mean, you got Transporter might have had a franchise for a moment.
Yeah. But yeah, to
It's
your point,
the
that's a
one
good
with
point.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson,
Oh,
Taken.
Taken, yeah.
Yep,
Taken.
Taken.
That was a franchise.
Okay.
That's violent. Transporter's a good one too. That's Jason Statham, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. We forgot about Born Identity as far as hand-to-hand combat. We kind of forgot
You know
about
what?
That's
You know
good.
what?
that's
This is
honorable
this is
mention.
this is a mistake that we're making. John Wick versus Ip Man.
Versus Hitman?
Ip, IP.
Oh, nah,
Yo,
I
that's super underrated. That is
nobody can stop IP, man. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like John,
that's a good call, brother.
I knew my antennas was gonna start kicking in, and you got what's that, Broken with Umbach?
Mm-hmm.
Considering Bone Breaking, because that's a bit more brutal, and John Wick disarms and hurry ups and defeats his enemies, where you get to see Umbach just completely shut down a human being with his bare with his bare hands.
Yeah.
You hit something big with the Born Identity stuff
Okay,
because
okay.
he's not just straight violence. Dude's out here doing street races, running from people. He's shooting people from long distance. I mean, and if you had to pick Jason Bourne versus John Wick, who do you think wins?
John Wick.
Mm.
I think Jason Bourne just shoots him from 700 yards away.
So I'm thinking. So let's think hand to hand. Well, let's do it right now. Hand to hand in the elevator. Who you got? John Wick or Jason Bourne?
Hand to hand in an elevator, I got John Wick. Now, if I got to pick who's going to die, Jason Bourne is killing John Wick. You think I'm ever going to wrestle you again, or you think I'm going to shoot you from 200 yards away? I'm just saying.
I mean, you got a point. You know, you bring in Jason Bourne, you got 007, but I mean, beat him up though. Beat him up was on the criteria of the top.
Right. Beat him up. This is a beat him up.
Those some honorable mentions.
All right, beat him up. John Wick wins. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you guys that one.
All right, that's a good one. I like that. That was a good topic.
All right, Sean, what we got next, man?
Down, mother.
Don't tell me how to live my life. You're just lucky I don't know where you live anymore.
All right, next topic we got is, speaking of Ice Cold, Forrest Gump is up next on the list. So we got Forrest Gump or Pulp Fiction. Which movie was better?
Forrest Gump. It's the greatest movie that's ever been made.
I mean, you're the star of the movie, so yeah.
Okay. Is that what we're so here's my thing. Like, a lot of people don't know this, but they wanted an entirely different cast for Forrest Gump. They wanted Chevy Chase to play Forrest Gump. They wanted Ice Cube to play Bubba. They wanted David Chappelle to play Bubba. And McKinley killed it. You know what I mean? I think it's accidentally the best casted movie that I have ever seen in my life. I think, when you look at something like, what's the movie? You Don't Go Full Retard.
Tropic
Right?
Thunder.
Tropic Thunder, man, one of my
Wait,
favorite top 3
I
comedies
couldn't
of
think
all
of the name.
time, right there. Careful what you
Yeah,
say.
I
Here.
couldn't think of the name.
Careful what you say here.
No. I think it's a great movie. But one of the movies they mention is Forrest Gump. And there's a reason for that. Tom Hanks came in and gave us one of the most lovable, defensible characters we have ever seen. Pulp Fiction is more fun. It's more fun, right? It's more wild. It's more action. When it comes right down to it, Forrest Gump, in my opinion, is the greatest movie that's ever been made.
It's a stretch, but yeah, I feel you. Where you at, Jay?
Look, so to evaluate what's going on here, definitely praised as the greatest movie of all time, or one of the greatest movies of all time, is Forrest Gump. Now, what it actually is it's an idiot that has a disability over a span of time. He just happens to be in the right place at the right
The
time.
right time.
And this film touches people's souls because they get to reflect on this timepiece. And this idiot is there for no reason. I remember Nixon. I remember that smiley face. Oh wow! I remember, all these times. I remember this, this rough time. Oh, I grew up with a neighbor whose dad used to rape my best friend. I remember that. So there's people, there's people that grew up, and I guess they were able to relate to that. Now, Pulp Fiction is a timepiece, but it's taking settings and connecting a story of different personalities. You've got a boxer. You've got Samuel Jackson, who are assassins. You've got John Travolta having 2 roles in this same movie. And then you got my guy Ving Rhames.
Don't tell about this.
Masterpiece Ving Rhames, but So
And
what makes Pulp Fiction
the level
sweet?
and the level of quotables and monologues makes this matchup a good competition. So I wouldn't say this is far fetched. Now, Forrest Gump, if you could you guys remind me the the rating, the parental rating for Forrest Gump,
PG-13.
and what was Pulp Fiction?
It was rated R.
Yeah, I think it was rated R.
So let's like demographic wise,
It definitely has a smaller audience. Yeah, rated R always has a smaller audience than PG-13.
So I love Forrest Gump, and it's definitely a funny movie, but the better film, I'm gonna go with Pulp Fiction.
My man.
So here's
Finally,
where
we
I'm
agree.
here's
Finally,
where
we agree. We've gotten there. I got them warmed up, y'all.
here's where I'm gonna argue with you is Forrest Gump wasn't just funny. It was funny, it was sweet, it was sad. That movie will move you through basically every emotion. It's got violence to it. I mean, think about it. He loves his mom, he loves Jenny, he beats the hell out of people. His mother dies, Jenny dies, he gets his son. Forrest Gump runs you through the full gamut of emotions. Pulp Fiction is just exciting action. It's got one thing going for it, in my opinion. Whereas every time I watch Forrest Gump, I've watched it 2-3 times a year for probably the last 30 years. And every time I watch it, I feel like I learned something new about it. When I watch Pulp Fiction, I'm just entertained.
Yeah, that's kind of disrespectful because the dialogue of Pulp Fiction, there's so many epic scenes that you can just remember. Someone starts to give you a quote about the Royale with cheese, right? And we go into the Ezekiel speech, right? And I will strike down upon it. You picture Samuel Jackson, no matter where you're at, what you're doing. You're like, yeah,
Say
I
what
remember
one
that
more
scene. It's
time,
just
bro.
epic. The foot massage, right? Like, hey, your New York privileges are revoked, right? You just like when someone says that, you're in the movie. Like I just feel it. Like I'm just like, oh yeah, that's Vin Rames. Oh yeah, that's Samuel Jackson. Oh yeah, that's John Travolta. Like I just feel it. And from Forrest Gump, I don't feel like, yeah, there's quotes and there's movie quotes from there, but it's just not like, let me jump on board because my homie is doing a movie quote from Forrest Gump. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, okay, that's Forrest Gump. That's cool. But Pulp Fiction, I think it's just it's different. It's cultural based, right? I feel
Yeah.
different, you know? So I know that Forrest Gump got more awards and everything like that, and was depicted as a better film. But as you guys said it, like the rated R films, it's a way smaller audience, and I don't think they always get the credit they deserve because they try to walk the lines. Like think about the Vin Rings scene, you know what I mean? Like that doesn't pique everyone's fancy, right?
No, I'm not gonna, pretend I don't like Pulp Fiction. I love that movie. I just watched it a couple weeks ago. Amazing movie. But again, to me, when I think about the two of them, I love them both. One of them makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me feel something. The other one is just fun.
I was cried in Pulp Fiction.
When? When?
Ving Rhames. I was scared for my
He's so
life.
stupid.
What are you talking about? But there's a lot of romance in Pulp Fiction outside of that. I mean, outside of what I just said, that connected. And I mean, really being at the right place at the right time or the wrong place at the right time is the theme of both of these films, which
Mhm.
which makes this a very
Yeah.
relative
Well,
topic to each other. But I mean, this
yeah.
film is centered around one, you know what I'm saying, one individual. And I mean, in both films battle morality. Forrest was able to maintain his morality and the people around him, the closest person to him, as a matter of fact, basically God gave them grace to get their life together and make change. But obviously she had AIDS and she had no other choice but to leave her son with the most responsible man she's ever met. She wasn't going to leave him with a white man who's a Black Panther leader.
Right. Right.
So I'm going to ask you guys a serious question. Which film had the most impactful scene? Because to me, and if I'm looking at both films overall, I'm thinking about Jenny standing on the ledge. She's at the apartment. They're doing drugs and all of that, and she steps up on the ledge and looks down at the highway. To me, if I'm thinking about both films, that is absolutely the most impactful scene across the two of them.
That it's I don't have much of an argument for you as far as those dramatic quotes, but impactful scenes. I think the wolf helping them hide a dead body, the diner scene, the ability. Well, basically, yeah, Samuel Jackson's quotables with the Royale with cheese, the Bible quotes. It actually considering that they are assassins for hire, they weren't really villainized on camera at all. It was like they weren't friendly, but like they became lovable characters, and they were actually the villains.
All right, I'm gonna have
And
to
that's
correct
and
you
that's
on
art
one
within itself.
thing. I'm gonna have to correct you on one thing. Royale with cheese is John Travolta.
Indeed, 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 indeed. That is correct. So, tell me that dance scene with John Travolta was not impactful to the Pulp Fiction film. Do you know how impactful Grease is to? That's one of America's sweetheart films.
We might have to fight about this one because Grease sucked.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
no, I said it. I put it on record. Grease sucks.
No
That's a
matter what,
stretch.
no matter what, when it comes to a date movie or a family movie, you can go with Grease. Grease is kind of safe to an extent.
It's always got to be a villain in the room, huh, Mr. Ice Cold?
It's a bad movie. I'm sorry. Look, I love Olivia
Mr.
Newton-John.
Saturday Night Fever,
Travolta.
boogieing down, bro.
Saturday Night Fever, way better movie than Grease. Grease was a terrible movie. It just had good singing in it. We can fight about that one another time.
I don't know how far you would get. I don't know how far you can get with that.
I can get pretty far with that.
Battle for a different day, right? All right, so we're gonna hit our last topic here, the most epic topic of them all. So we've got the Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker versus Bane, Tom Hardy's Bane. Who was the better villain and why? See who wants it first?
I'll defer.
All right, Jay, who you got here?
To go with Bane because Bane has purpose, and for this to be a Batman being a hero, he physically defeated Batman, and he basically ruined his consciousness, and that's something that Batman has never been able to overcome, or defeat, or respond to. Whereas my opponent Joker is merely a fly because he doesn't have many examples of actually conquering Batman and defeating Batman, period. And Batman, has people under him kill Joker. So if you mean to tell me who's the better villain, it's Bane. And he came from the same place that Batman came from, the League of Shadows. And Bane's mission simply is to complete Ra's al Ghul's mission of taking over Gotham, which he actually did. Sent little rich boy back to get his boots up. So I mean, and then look, I mean, that was probably before the Venom even hit inside of his system. So then he has to come back and fight Super Bane. So
Yeah.
like at the end of the day, bro, like villain wise, give me Bane. And that's my first guess.
Good pick. Ice Cold, where you at?
It's Joker. It's Joker all day. It's Joker all day. The man had no purpose but causing chaos. To your point, Jay, yeah, Bane had a purpose. Was he really a villain or was he simply serving out his purpose? Joker came in and said, I don't care about your rules. I'm just here to cause chaos. I'm here to cause problems. I'm here to be a menace. He had no purpose other than just being the guy that he tried to get two boats of people to kill each other. Bane came in and said, hey, I got a mission. I'm here to complete the mission. Joker said, hey, I'm gonna make y'all kill each other. Haha, I win. In my opinion, it makes him the bigger villain. Because if you think about it, like if you remember the money scene, where there's that huge pile of money and he lights his half on fire, he knows it's all going to burn. It was never about the money. There was never a goal for him other than just being, forgive my language, an asshole.
Oh, that's an interesting take for sure. I definitely got to go with Jay Leno here. There's no way the Joker is a better villain than Bane. As Jay said, he broke Batman physically. He broke Batman mentally. He took over Gotham. Huh?
I'll give physically. Joker broke Batman mentally.
No, he really only challenged the morality of Batman making decisions.
But that's
mentally.
Hey, you can challenge somebody's morality though. Batman has rules. I don't kill people. I don't try to hurt people. He
Mhm.
tried to hurt Joker because Joker broke his mind so badly.
And what did Joker do? Made him decide if he's gonna save what, a senator or save his girlfriend, right? I mean,
But
he
he
challenged his
also
morality more so.
but
What's right
that's
and
what I'm
what's
saying.
wrong.
Can
Is
anybody
is
make me
Joker really a villain, or is he just a
No,
psych patient that's escaped?
He's the agent
he's
of chaos.
Joker.
Yeah, that's what yeah, he's
He's
not a
just an agent of
villain.
chaos. He's literally there for the chaos.
No,
Like,
so I make this argument all the time. Joker is really not the bad guy, but because of what he does to people and the way that he conducts himself, that does make him a villain in my
yeah. But I mean, so, even from the cartoon, I mean, we're kind of staying on the movie, but even from the cartoon, like Joker just never was that guy. I mean, Bane in the movie took over Gotham. He defeated the police. He controlled the entire city for months. Like, you know what I mean? Like he held the whole city hostage. You know what I mean?
So are
Bane
we talking
challenged
about the most powerful villain or
just the
who was
best villain overall. Bane wins every category. There's no category you can give me that Joker wins in this debate. Sorry, I will argue it.
I will also add that Joker's unpredictability is very attractive to an attention span for a film, but I just can't hand it over to somebody who executes their plan.
so I guess in my mind, it really does come back to that whole point of the mission. Bane had a mission. Joker just went out of his way to turn Batman into a bad person. Right? That was his whole thing was I'm gonna make Batman kill me so that he loses everything. Bane was like, I'm out for revenge. Joker just had no reason. Not so if we're talking the Dark Knight.
Batman never killed him.
Yeah, he thought about it. He thought about it. He got Batman close to giving up on himself.
Now, Tim
And
Drake, maybe. One of the Robins, maybe.
Mhm. Robin. I don't know, man. I just think about like Bane, like he just the higher level of military strategy, right? He had mercenaries. There's prison break scenes. There's city corruption. He held the city hostage for like just months, right? And I feel like when Bane walked in the room as a villain, everybody stopped talking. The whole room stopped. And when I think about a villain, it's about presence, right? Like Joker walked in the room and they're like, who the hell is this clown? You know what I mean? Like Bane walked in the room and he started talking. Everyone's like, they expect one of us in the wreckage, brother. You know what I mean? Like that was epic, right? They
so you
respected
consider
him.
him to be a
Everyone
friend.
respected him on such a level that he commanded authority by just being in the room. And when I think about a villain and then what he did to Batman on top of that, better villain.
And the people of Gotham was like, we're going to send Batman to help us with Bane. And then they saw Bane whoop that ass. And it's like, what are we going to do now?
All right. No, I feel you guys on that one. I guess it really does come down to between what I hear all of us saying is the ability to mentally mess with people versus physical presence and commanding a room with intimidation.
Yeah, cool.
I
All right,
think we crushed that one, guys. I think we just crushed that one for real. That was good.
cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much the show. Anybody else got anything? You got any closing arguments or anything you want to add? Or we good? I
Y-
think we're pretty
Yeah,
good.
I got closing argument. You got a big ass head, motherfucker.
Cool.